Getting or staying fit as a new dad with young kids is not only possible, it's probably easier than you think. And not only is it good for your health, but it will also play an important role in setting a good example for your kids. I'm a doctor who insists on being a fit dad, so I need to be efficient. And I want to show you how you can include fitness in your life regardless of how busy your schedule is. I am now 33 years old with a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, and so my life has been pretty busy for the past while. In that time, I also moved to another country back home, started up my clinical practice as a doctor, and we bought a house and have been setting all that up. I know what it's like to struggle with sleep, struggle with a very busy life, and feeling like you don't have the time to prioritize your own health. But despite all that, I am now 33 years old with 2 kids, a full-time job, and a personal life, and I'm in the best shape of my life. And no, I have not dedicated my life to the gym. I do not live in a gym. I work out in this small home gym that you see here and that you can see in my videos. And I typically only work out for about 20 to 30 minutes each time that I come down here. Now, of course, that varies a lot. Sometimes it's 45 minutes, sometimes it's an hour. But in general, throughout the entire week, I'm only working out for about 1 to 2 hours. And so because of how impactful getting back in shape has been for me and my life, I want to share with you other dads or just busy people in general who want to prioritize their health and get back in shape or get in shape for the first time, how it worked for me with as little time and effort as possible, but still seeing great results. The first important tip that I have is you need to schedule in time to your day to do the things that you need to do to get back in shape. Now that's gonna be things like meal prepping or things like working out. You need to plan it into your day like it's an appointment, like it's part of your job, so that it's going to be there on your schedule and you will do it, because it's not just going to turn up and be like, oh, hey, cool, I've got time to do this, let's go do it. Other things are going to take priority. Things are going to happen in life. They're going to come up. You're never just going to randomly find a spare 30 to 60 minutes that you have nothing to do. And if you do, then take advantage of that, because that is a rare opportunity. But if you schedule it into your day, you know that it's coming, you've structured your life around it, and then you have that time to dedicate to your health. And yes, as little as 20 to 30 minutes is plenty of time to schedule in something to commit to improving your health and fitness. It doesn't have to be an hour or an hour and a half or longer. 20 to 30 minutes is more than enough, even for a workout, to continue making progress. And it will depend a little bit on where you are in your fitness journey. And the ideal time might shift. You might need to wake up a little early to block in your time to exercise, or you might need to do it right after work on the way home, stop at the gym, or maybe right after you put the kids to bed. That next 30 minutes is time to exercise. You need to schedule it in and make a plan, because otherwise it's just not going to happen. The second important tip that you need to focus on is embracing short, efficient workouts. Now, I prioritize working out as efficiently as possible. I don't want to do extra fluff things that aren't going to give me a lot of value. And I don't want to spend a lot of time resting between sets if I don't have to. So I do things like rest pause training and supersets, whatever I can to maximize the efficiency of every minute that I spend in the gym, because otherwise I won't be able to do as much exercise. I'm not going to have more time, so I need to squish in as much as I can. And this can be done with body weight exercises, at home dumbbell exercises, circuit training, whatever it is that works for you. And as little as 20 minutes, even 5 to 10 minutes a day is enough to make progress. And I've got several videos on my channel explaining just how you can do that with very little time, 5 to 10 minutes per day, and still do a full body training throughout the week. Tip number 3 is to involve your kids and your family as much as you can. Whether that means going for walks, or when they're a little older, having them work out with you. Like my daughter loves working out in the gym here. She'll do some stretches, some squats, some weird kind of pike push-up type things. And sometimes she likes to grab the exercise ball or the yoga blocks and do different things playing around down here. But being around in the environment where exercise and working out and eating healthy is a normal thing is going to be so valuable for them growing up. And it's also going to allow you to work more of that into your day, getting your step counts in with your kids, going on a bike ride with your kids, going to the park, and while they're playing on the playground, just walking laps around the park. Or even sometimes I'll have my daughter sit on my back while I do push-ups, or hold around my legs while I do pull-ups, and use her as a weight, and she loves it, and I get a good exercise in. So this can be a great way to make time where you otherwise wouldn't have it to exercise, but also set a great example for your kids and help set them up for success in the future. Tip number 4 is going to be prioritizing healthy eating habits. You do not have to have the perfect nutrition plan to make progress. I have treats and sweets and eat out every once in a while as well. But if you put a little bit of upfront effort into planning and prioritizing certain things in your meals, it's going to be so much easier to eat healthy, eat enough protein, and keep your calories down. Now, if you prioritize high volume fiber foods like fruits and vegetables and beans and lentils and that type of thing in your diet plan, that is going to allow a lot of volume and healthier foods. It's going to help you be full with less calories. If you also prioritize protein, not only do you want to try to get about 1 gram per pound of lean body mass as protein in your diet every day so that you can encourage muscle growth and maintain muscle if you're losing weight, but it also helps to keep you feeling full. So I always prioritize a good amount of fiber, a good amount of protein, and then beyond that, I'm a little bit flexible in what I eat. If you plan ahead with a little bit of effort, doing some meal prep or even just prepping portions of meals, like I love to do a veggie prep, which I'll link a video up above. It's a super easy, convenient way to add low calorie, high volume, and get my fiber in each meal. And it's so versatile. You can use it in so many different meals, and it makes it so much easier to eat healthy. And if you want to meal prep in advance, a couple times a month on the weekend, you can make and freeze meals that you just have to grab and take with you to work if you don't have time to throw something together in the morning. But what I love to do is my veggie prep, cook some ground meat, and then just with eggs or egg whites, I just put that all into a pan in the morning and scramble it up, and it's a perfect meal to take with me to work. The 5th and final tip that I have for you today is to drop the all or nothing mindset. You don't need to hit perfection. As long as you're making small steps in the right direction and you continue to build on that, you will eventually hit your goal. There will be some days where you're absolutely killing it. You eat great, you work out, you go for a jog, and everything is going well. And there's going to be days where you don't have time for any of that. You and your kids are sick. Maybe your child was up all night and you didn't get any sleep. Something's going wrong with work. Something's going wrong with the house and you need to fix it or whatever it may be. You're not going to be able to control everything. But as long as you focus on controlling the variables that are within your control, which for the most part, eating healthy foods most of the time is going to be in your control, and finding time at some point within the week to go for a walk, to lift weights, even if it's just once in the week. And on the days that the kids are sleeping well, getting yourself to bed a little bit early so that you can prioritize rest and sleep. Doing the best you can to limit other stressful things going on in your life. Control what you can control and don't stress about the things you can't. It's all a phase, especially with kids and sleep regressions and getting sick and they have to stay home from school, whatever it may be. It's all a phase and it will all pass in time. So control what you can control and don't stress about the things you can't. Just roll with the punches and keep doing the best you can with the options that are in front of you. But the absolute worst thing you can do is just to completely give up because something isn't going right. Then you're not going to make any progress. You're going to go backwards. As long as you stick to it and keep pushing, even if there's a couple week period where you're not making progress, you're just kind of staying where you're at, as long as you're maintaining the routines that you have, trying to eat healthy, trying to get some extra exercise, trying to lift weights, even if it's just for 5 to 10 minutes a day, once you're in a better place, the routines are still going to be there, and then your progress will start taking off again. So I really hope that this was helpful. If you enjoyed any of it, please drop a comment, hit that like button, and if I can leave you with anything at all, the last thing I'm going to say is don't be so hard on yourself, but keep trying to make progress and improvements, one step at a time, and keep building on it. Not only will it get you to a better place in the future, but it will be setting an excellent example for your kids so that they can emulate that when they get older and live a healthy, happy, fit life.